Welcome to Under the Microscope. This series is brought to you by the Real Scientists Nano team. Our goal is to provide a platform where scientists can communicate their work and interact with the public.
Hi everyone, today we have with us Halan Mohamed, who is a PhD student at the University College London. Hi Halan, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you for having me.
We are very happy to have you. So let's start by understanding your research a little bit. So could you explain your research in super simple words to us, please?
Yeah, so my research uses inspiration from nature to solve engineering problems, namely the dirtying of surfaces by a range of inorganic and organic compounds such as oils, proteins, bacteria, scaling, that sort of thing. To do this, I work on controlling the physical properties of surfaces on the nanoscale to reduce the likelihood of absorption. The application that this is targeted at is for membrane filters used in the purification of water, but this is also useful in other fields too.
Okay, all right. So, other than water, what other liquids can these membranes be used to purify? It sounds super interesting.
Yeah, so membranes are just a separation technology anyway, so it really depends. You can also use it for if you in, I don't know, some sort like pharmaceutical company and you wanted to retain some special, I don't know, like proteins or something, you can use that membranes to do that. You could also, if you wanted to separate different like organic solvents, you could use it that way. Essentially, anything that you want to separate, you could do. You can even use it for gas separations. A lot of people actually, for like it's called carbon capture and storage. You know, the when you're trying to separate out the CO2 from like the effluent streams in industry, you can use membranes to separate out CO2 from other things. So it's really just it's a very general kind of technology, but I use it specifically for water.
Okay. All right. Sounds really interesting. So and it's a very unique sort of a research field, I feel, and I think it's one of the first times we are having it on Real Scientist Nano. So what kind of followers expect in the week that you will be curating the Real Sci Nano Twitter account?
So I'll be tweeting a little bit more about me and my own journey into research. I'd also like to talk a little bit more about nature, seeing as all my work is nature inspired, kind of go through some other interesting structures, and if other people have used it in their work, how they've used it. But I will also focus on my research too, more specifically what I do for the application of water, but also how it works into other fields. So like in biosensors, for example, or in like even I know this sounds a bit out there, but like with the ships, you know, the hulls get quite dirty from like from marine life. It's also quite relevant in that field, so I'll just kind of be talking about the kind of wider context of my research too. But I also like to do a Q&A later on in the week to answer any questions in case anything isn't clear or if people want to know a little bit more about what I'm doing.
Okay, all right. So it's gonna be starting from like what your journey has been like, what all you have been doing, and also a bigger picture in your field.
Yeah.
Just to zoom out a little bit and look at like a broader perspective. That sounds amazing. So thank you very much, Helen, for speaking with us, and we are looking forward to having you on Real Scientist Nano.
Thank you for listening. To know more about us, please visit our website realscientistsnano.org and follow us on Twitter at realsci_nano.